Kira, I tried to explain the number 172 in an email, and it was probably a bunch of gibberish. So I thought I'd make you a quick video for 173 with the population of that country. Wherever you start off from, that's your number right next to the E. You're going to have to use this formula that I texted you when it says compounding continuously. That's the one with the E in it. So these all seem to be compounded continuously after that first one. So anyways, you started here, 10 years later, you had this population. So what is that rate of change to get you from here to here? You have to solve for this. So the first thing you need to do is you need to divide the 422 to the other by both sides. I always say divide it to the other side, but I see you like to divide both sides. So that's fine. Those cancel out. And 6.49 divided by 4.22 is 1.5379, blah, blah, blah. And then you have to take, whenever you have to solve for an exponent, you have to take the log of it. It's usually easier to take the natural log, especially with E. If you take the natural log of E, it just turns it into a 1. So that's a good way to get rid of your E. So you take the natural log of both sides, and the E is going to disappear, and it's going to bring the 10R, the R10 down. So you end up with the natural log of 1.5379 is equal to 10R, and then you can just divide the 10 to the other side, and that's what R is equal to. And when I did that, let's see what I got here. Natural log of my answer divided by 10, I got 0.043 was my rate, and the rate, oops, that's a decimal, and the rate, they probably want a percentage answer, so turn a decimal into percentage, you move it to the right twice, so that's actually 4.3%. So your formula, you have to use 4.3% as the growth rate. And now you kind of got to start over, but with that 4.3 in our original formula, because they want to know, all right, we're at 6.49 million, where are we going to be at 10 years from there? Another 10 years. So now we're starting at the 6.49, and our growth rate we just figured out was 0.043 for 10 years. And what does that equal? That's going to be the population. I don't know what letter they usually use. We'll just call it A. But that's going to be the population in 10 years from here. I think that was 2000, and this is 2010 or something. So now you don't have to really do a bunch of algebra. You could just solve for this problem. And the way you do that is you do the E part first. So you should have if you're using this old handheld calculator here, you would use the second natural log button, which has the little e to the x above it. So you do second, let me clear mine, second e to the x, and that's saying e to some power, and our power is, when you multiply this by 10, it's just 0.43. So 0.43, and you get that decimal, and you multiply that by 6.49. And you end up with 9.97. So you're at 9.97 million 10 years down the road. So that's probably a little better than trying to type all that into an email. Hope it helps.